Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Torna, the Golden Country. We are at the ruins of old Torgoth and there's nothing to say but everything's gone, it's destroyed. But one thing we know for sure, there's gonna be a big thriving city later in the future that we can visit. But for now there's nothing but ruins, ash, collection points. And what we're here to do is we are trying to search for clues about Lora's mother, because we know she was here. The question is now, did she survive or not? Can we excavate?
Don't have to tell me twice.
Nope, we don't have mining, and I don't think any of the characters at the moment has that. So I'm pretty sure there are going to be other blades as well, but we haven't found them yet.
I'm something of an expert.
Yes, you're somewhat of a scientist yourself, I understand. Alright, let's move forward and see if we can find some clues. As we walk through this beautiful forest. Ah, there it is. Oh, gravestones. And the body there is probably someone that buried all the villagers and collapsed while doing it. Damn, this game is sad. It's a great story, but it's incredibly sad.
Look, fresh graves over here.
This kind soul must have dug them all.
What's wrong?
Should we maybe bury him too?
Huh? Yes, let's.
No.
This... I made this vow myself. She kept all this time.
Yep, this game is not pulling any punches, that's for sure. Thank you, Jin. I'm alright now, really. Are you sure? If you're trying to put on a brave face, then... It's fine. It's fine. Hey guys, do you think we go back to the village again? Did you notice something? Oh no, nothing like that. I was just thinking, maybe we could bring back something to offer to the rest of the graves. Besides mothers. They were all burned to ashes. Is there really any point? Really? We didn't find anything last time. Alright. We can all look together. If it helps give you closure. Yeah, I think that's the point of it. Getting closure to all the deaths here, and especially her mother's. Because I think we can be fairly certain that by putting the necklace over the grave, is her mother's. Even though you can never be 100% certain that she isn't.
I'm something of an expert.
Ooh, that's a lot. Alright, let's go back to the village. See if we can find something that still remembers anything of the village. And then offer it to the graves. Yeah. Alright, I do hope there will be some upbeat moments in this game and not just death and destruction everywhere. There has to be hope for something, right?
Surround them!
Huh? Ardanian troops? Imperial Guard?
Thieving scum! Don't think you're gonna get away with your dirty deeds.
What? No! We just...
Problem, Captain?
Ah, there she is. The former self.
Lady Bridget. They're brigands. Same ones who attacked the village, perhaps.
Drivers and blades. Mercenaries?
So that's Bridget.
Captain, I shall deal with these individuals. Emperor Hugo must be briefed.
Yes, ma'am. You lot, stay here and assist the Lady Bridget. Son!
False assumptions again? Oh well, we should be strong enough to hold our own.
Heads up, people!
Never again!
I will not tolerate
Never again!
failure!
It's my turn! It's my turn! Never again! Never again! Never again!
Your life
Never again! My turn! Away! Never again! My turn! Never again! My train to the
potion.
brave! Whenever you're ready! My turn! Never do it my way! For my part! Never again!
Hitting an enemy with a special begins a blade combo. A blade combo consists of 3 stages, and finishing it requires you to move through them in order. The first, second and third stages of a blade combo requires you to hit the enemy with a special that's at least level 1, 2 or 3 respectively to link them up.
Come on!
The driver
Do it!
will
Come
come
on!
coming.
Not this time!
Shame about it.
For
Blade.
my part!
You
are
have to
sharp
hold me
and
for much
ready.
longer.
You can also link up other team specials. When a team can use a special, a combo request will appear on the screen for you to give the order. Think carefully. You continue a blade combo all the way to stage 3 with specials of any element as long as you keep the level requirement, but there are some fixed routes. These critical routes number 16 in total and they're composed of a particular sequence of elements. For example, one such route is Fire, Fire, Light. And finishing critical routes will trigger a special animation and causes extra damage, so be on the lookout for the other 15 special elemental sequences.
Well, duh. This'll do it! Come on!
Their power may equal
my
Lord
father.
Hugo.
Don't
Really
need
be mere
This'll do
ruffians?
it!
Away!
Cannot continue!
I may have got it over my head.
I can
What
still
an
improve.
incredible feeling.
I have
I need to wrap this up before Lord Hugo arrives.
At least we are strong enough. And we'll, I'm sure we'll see it at some point.
Not done with you! pretty cheap trick. Keep going like that, you'll get a reputation.
Cheap, you say? Don't be absurd. It's called tactics, look it up. But perhaps that's something a simpleton like yourself could never hope to comprehend.
A simpleton?
Your attacks scream it. Clumsy, heavy, no refinement.
I was gonna go easy on you, but now you have pissed me off!
Mythra! Stop!
Uh-oh.
We've got children here!
Don't use Siren in combat. It's too unpredictable.
If that had actually hit me,
Oh, didn't like that, did you? I can see it on your face. Well, on that note...
Mythra!
Haze! Understood.
What? How? Oh. Is this you? What the hell?
Yeah,
She's
control yourself, Mythra.
Addam plainly ordered you to stop. Or didn't you hear him? Simpleton.
how extraordinary. I'd heard of a blade with the power to restrain others, but I never thought... And did she say Addam? It can't be.
All of you, lay down your arms. There is no need for this.
Damn, that's quite a resemblance.
Hello?
Oh, good. He's smiling. That's usually a good thing.
It's good to see you again, Prince Addam. Please forgive the actions of my guards.
Don't you worry about it. I am just glad to see you well, Your Imperial Majesty.
Imperial Majesty?
May I introduce? The Emperor of Mor Ardain, Hugo Ardenach.
The Ardanian Emperor? What's someone of his station doing out here?
You know, our stations are fairly similar.
Not that you'd ever know.
Thanks, I try.
I've come for the Aegis. Its actions have been felt in Mor Ardain as well. We're currently chasing it down.
The same as us, then. But coming here yourself.
My brother is ruling in my absence.
I see. And so you brought Brigid and Aegeon.
Huh?
Jean as well?
Those two are the crown jewels of the Ardanian forces. Wielding them on the front lines is the
Oh,
duty
yeah.
of he who has the throne.
Didn't even notice him.
Indeed. That ought to have been my older brother.
But he didn't have the potential to become a driver. And now, here you are, bonded with both of them.
The Special Inquisitor is under my brother's direct command.
Oh,
Should I fall in battle, he has his orders to retrieve the core crystals.
That sounds cold.
that's how it goes with matters of state.
And yet, it works out well for me. I have always wanted to put myself on the line for our people. And I never enjoyed wielding authority in the first place.
I feel the same way. I don't get why anyone would want to sit on a throne.
Yes, that. If Prince Zetar knew, there would be consequences.
Let's pretend you didn't hear me say that.
You two will never see eye to eye. Better to leave well enough alone.
Ruling is, frankly, it's a scary thought. Just imagine becoming someone you don't recognize. Never knowing who's looking back at you in the mirror.
Prince Addam, I'd be happy if you called me Hugo, like old times.
I will, dear Hugo, but only if you call me Addam in return. Well, it
As
would be
friends.
beneficial to share our findings, but perhaps elsewhere might be better?
How about your Majesty's flagship?
Indeed.
Flagship.
Is something the matter, Lady Lora?
I'm just not very good in that kind of stuffy environment.
Well, you're not alone there. That's the worst.
Right? I think I'll sit this particular venture out.
Yeah, I'm out too.
Oh, no, you don't.
Wait a minute. Is that her?
Yes, this is Mythra, one of the Aegises. Your account would be valuable as well, Lora.
Everything I've seen or heard, Jin will know as well.
Yes, that's true.
Please? Would you go instead of me, please?
Like he would ever deny her.
Of course. I will do as you wish.
Thank you kindly. Well then, shall we?
Well then, my friends, shall we make a move? Your Majesty, this may not be my position to say, but would it not be wise to first investigate the location we spoke of? Ah, yes, you do raise a valid point. Aegon, please consider His Majesty's feelings. He wishes for quality time to spend with his dear friend Prince Addam. I am honored that you value me so highly, but I think this is a decision best left to Hugo. What do you say? Who would that be getting in the way of your mission? Oh, no, not in the slightest. In fact, I believe you are just as much involved in this whole affair as us. What with your traveling alongside the Aegis, that much is clear. So, this mission of yours has something to do with Malos? Exactly so. Aegon, would you? Of course. By official decree, allow me to formally disclose to you the nature of our mission. On the surface, we have traveled here to work on diffusing diplomatic tensions between the Empire and Koa. Kuya? I think it's Kuya. But at the same time, there's another matter we are investigating. And that, I presume, is Malos. So what are you going to do? Take him down? Capture him? At the present time, neither. It is His Majesty's wish to ascertain the intent of this Malos, and indeed anyone who wishes our empire harm. Then, I assume new intelligence has come to light? The 4th Decade reported in just as you were on your way to Torgot. They had discovered the area of land that has been scorched black by some colossal power. I don't think Adam's going to want to ignore that one. You read my mind. Hugo, as much as I'd enjoy reminiscing out on the Cloud Sea, I'd quite like to enjoy some more of the scenery first. Of course. If you like, we can take the side trip before we return to the ship. Lora, is this wise? I still want to decorate the grave, so I'll wait for you in the village. Everything will be fine. Hayes is with me after all. That's right. Please, take as much time as you need. Alright. Maybe it's for the best that she doesn't get to see the extent of Malos' devastation. Yeah, but you cannot close your eye to the truth. Ah, so you say the 4th Decade found traces of Malos' destruction? And that would be where? It would appear to be at Velivum Hills, heading inland from Ordia Great Plains. But I'm afraid I've received no further information. We have no recourse but to go and examine the area ourselves. Ah, from here it's probably even closer than the harbor. Indeed. Then that's where we must go. Perhaps you can entertain us with tales of your adventures as we make our way, Addam. Power unimaginable.
We can take care of it if you want.
Yes, the set is active. Party formation has changed. So Team Lora is by himself now, and we have 2 in Team Addam and Team Hugo. Well, let us say it is as it is, I suppose. You've unlocked the ability to change party order. To do so, go to main menu, characters, and then press X, and choose which team you want to control. In position 1 will be under your direct control. Every team has its own style of doing battle, so feel free to experiment with them until you found one that best suits your preference. Additionally, you can press ZL outside of battle to change which team you control directly. It's a rather useful feature, so feel free to play around with it. Just one more note before level 4 specials. The technique for Driver and Blade sharing one weapon is a unique innovation by Lora and her companions. Therefore, if you're controlling a team other than Lora's, you won't be able to use level 4 specials in battle. But, who knows? As the adventure continues, Addam and Hugo might pick up this skill too one day. Until then, do your best working with what you've got. So did they just give me a spoiler that Hugo is gonna join our team? I somewhere already assumed, considering he brings 2 blades with him as well. But yeah. I will accompany Lady Lora. If Lady Lora is going with you, I will gladly do the same. I honestly can't stand those sort of environments. Would you mind going in my place, Jin? If you'd ask me to go practically anywhere else, I'd be fine, but that ship? No way. Take Lora and Haze along? No, not yet. Okay then. I will wait around here a bit longer. Yeah, because she has told us she doesn't want to be there, so we won't force her to. Yeah, I think it's better that we pick a team with at least 2 members. Just to make it a little bit easier on ourselves. And hope that there is some form of healing we can use that way. Ooh. Hadn't seen that one.
Ah, my favorite part.
Alright. So where on the map do we want to go? All the way up north in the plains. Yeah, I see that there is a question mark there, but I'm gonna wait with that one. Or till our team. There's a lot of question marks right now. Maybe we do want to go by them. Because maybe there are side quests we can only do right now. And if we go to the story marker, we might not be able to do that again. I feel like I need to check it out.
What a pleasant stroll.
Right. Where shall we head to next?
This takes me back.
Level 32, so means be careful. There's a campsite there. Is that what it's aiming for? I just want to go there if that's the case.
Ah, my favorite part.
It's definitely been worth it already, finding green barrels.
You're mine now. Well, here we are.
I say we rest a bit. Who's in?
Well, I say let's talk to people here first.
Ah, that's a nasty article, not nice. Will friend listen to woes of Pun Pun? There was a ferocious cross-tip on a rampage. Oh, woe is Pun Pun. Rotten monster set upon Pun Pun in Pun Pun's special napping place. Pun Pun's blood boils with desire for vengeance, revenge! But Pun Pun has certain values that prevent from taking up arms. Peace-loving, nap-loving, and so on. But still, Panpan would like to see grin wipe from rude monster's face. Friends, Panpan cries for justice. Please take Panpan's place and give monster's friends a right good verrubbing. Monster not feel so tough when little bells are done in, will reflect on error of ways. Would like friends to know name of wild beast is nearest crustip. Panpan not like feeling of being bested by beastly entity. And monsters has many friends in swampy land around camp. Make mincemeat of thee, and Panpan can rest easy in bed knowing justice has been done. Panpan wait here safely and ponder wondering of justice. Okay, so the question is, what level are these enemies?
Don't you worry.
Because if they are at level 35, then it will be a little bit before we are going to handle them. Can we talk to the other one? Can we see them on the map? No, probably because we haven't activated the quest. Looks like you've got your hands full too, Hugo. I hadn't expected you would be pursuing the Aegis independently. Well, we not allow him to escape our grasp. If it comes to battle, then better to face the Aegis with the sturdiest of blades. Blades like Bridget and Eden. Yes, you're right. First, we must head to the location that we gleaned from the 4th decade's intelligence. Perhaps something there will reveal the forward path. If the Aegis does bar our way, would you assist us in battle, Addam? Believe me, that has always been my intention. My only fear is that we just don't have the capability to stand up to him yet. Well, you better work out where to get some of that capability and fast. The Aegis seems quite commanding, doesn't she? Oh, tell me about it. Alright, 3 new crafts.
Shall we get started?
Machine tinkering? Item collection from silver machine. Well, it's the same as we had before. Oh! We now can look at the machines and get our stuff from it. And then use it for machine tinkering. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Perfumes, just bags. Let's make one of all we can.
A cologne to covet. There. A cologne to covet. There.
But just like a
cologne
before,
to covet.
we want to at least make every single one of them at least one, so we can have a tick next to it.
How do you like it?
Refined cuisine.
Does it suit your tastes? Does it
And of
suit
course,
your
if there is
tastes?
something that is actually really good, or we have something with a lot of items we can use, yeah, we will of course go for that one more, so we can use it as we are fighting. Yeah, we don't need to sleep. All right. Defeat mirrors customs at Cooley Lake Gormoth. Shall we activate to see where the monsters are? So we can decide whether or not they are too strong or not. Oh, they're everywhere. Yeah, we just have to see one. Because if they're like 15 or 16, then it's well within our grasp. Nope, 35. So yeah, this quest is gonna have to wait a little bit. Alright, let's go back to the harbor and check on those. Because maybe there are just a lot of quests for potential community members.
It was a nice change of pace.
Alright, remind me why we're here again?
Oh, hi. Your group's grown since last time, right? I guess that means you can do some pretty cool blade combos when your friends make combo requests, huh? Did you know? Blade combos happen when you chain specials together in the right way. They can have up to 3 levels. Of course, the more you chain, the more powerful they'll be. To keep a blade combo going, you'll need to chain the right level moves together with the right timing and stuff. And that's where combo requests come in. After using a special, accept a combo request and watch the magic happen. Well, that's blade combos in a nutshell. I wish I could accept some combo requests, but I suppose you need friends for that. Then why don't you become friends? Or am I saying something weird? Okay, so we have to probably watch a scene or something to be able to access that. Name's Krogane. Krogane the Blade. My driver looks like an overgrown furball, but he's really a seasoned merc. A real hard nut. Thing is, I think he's gone in over his head this time. This job is too much for him to handle. So we've been looking around for drives with a good track record who'll be able to join him. I can tell you just by looking at you that your folks are some lousy Sunday drivers. You must have seen some real combat. Interested? But first I'll want to see how you measure up in a fight. As for the rules, let's have you pull off a second stage blade combo. Say about 5 times? Doesn't matter which element you use, just do any special and then any other one that's level 2 or above. 5 times. And obviously, since you can rely on your allies for linking up the specials, you might want to try mixing it up. The place, time and target up to you. I just want to know if your blade combos are up to scratch. I may look like a meathead, but I know my ether. I can feel someone of your power level pull off a special wherever you are. Anyway, I've talked long enough. I hope you got what it takes. I hope so too. Definitely something we can do in between the episodes. Hitting an enemy with a special begins a blade combo. A blade combo consists of 3 stages and finishes it requires you to move through them in order. The first, second and third stages of a blade combo requires you to hit the enemy with a special that's at least level 1, 2 or 3 respectively to link them up. You can also link them up to other teams' specials. When a team can use a special, a combo request will appear on the screen for you to give the order. Think carefully. You can continue a blade combo all the way to stage 3 with specials of any element, as long as you keep their level requirements, but there are some fixed routes. These critical routes number 16 in total and they are composed of a particular sequence of elements. For example, one route is fire, fire and light. So yeah, I was beginning to suspect this was going to be the same thing as before, so yeah. Well, doesn't matter to hear it twice, because we then just know it better.
Meh. Dudan sinking into doldrums. If not delivered quickly, partner sure to flip lid. Meh, travelers. Listen to Dudan's woes. Dudan is salvager by trade, as friends see. It's entirely livelihood. Dudan has been diving off Lashem Cove with wood cylinders in effort to find specific treasures. But all Dudan find is useless collectibles, value or scrap, more worth to throw away than keep. Probably fault of wood cylinders, not really built to last. Have heard salvagers in Moradane use shiny silver cylinders or some such. Do not have luxury to use such high-tech equipment, but I want to change that. It may be asking much, but could Dudan trouble travelers for helping? Would need friends to collect apple lamp and aloe sheathing. Then Dudan can dive deep into Cloud Sea with silver cylinders on back, and glide to treasure like Sleeky Serpront. If friends do this, we'll give all the leftover very, very precious bet hinges as reward. Dudan counting on you.
I can't remember
I said I'd do
ever
it, so
seeing
consider it done.
alloy. We even haven't got apple lamp, so we need to look for that as well. And it looks like that's a mechanical part, and we haven't been able to pick up mechanical parts, which I'm pretty sure will be soonish. Anyone here we haven't talked to yet? Doesn't seem like it. You have no business going there now. Alright, so those people are off limits for the time being. Alright, good to know. Alright, so we have a blade combo that we just need to fight our way through, so eventually we'll get there. Because it's the name of the game, making combos, doing more damage and building upon that. So we'll get that. So for now, shall we just try to aim for the main story quest? Because this person we need to come into contact, this we can do, this we need to find, and here we need the levels. Yeah, I think that's the right choice for the moment. Alright, that's 400 meters away from this. We can do it. And as always, a lot of the fighting I will probably do in between episodes, like collecting stuff, getting a little bit of a supply. Doesn't mean I won't grab any collectible point. I will try to minimize as much as I can, because it is hard when you see a collectible not to grab it. And we need a lot. We need to make those items so they will help us in combat. And who knows, maybe it will help us level up certain abilities. And I did remember suddenly that something unlocked. Yes.
Hey, if it makes my life easier.
Well, if it makes my life easier, that's more important. Ichthyology, commanding water, and super strength. Lockpicking and botany, still no mining. Or have I misread it, that someone else already has it, but I just haven't noticed it? Which is technically not impossible, but on the other hand, it's not like we have to collect all abilities straight away. Since there is no unlocking blades in this so far, which I'm starting to get the feeling that it will not happen. We'll probably get the fixed blades for each party. We'll just have to wait until we get the right one. And that will probably come a lot sooner than we might think.
Someone's pleased to see us.
Look out!
My thanks.
Think again. Looking
You
good.
saved me.
Look out!
Snowblower.
See that? Calm flame! I one legion elemental. Leave it to me. Ray of punishment.
Mine will be
No one in all rest.
well down. I'll attack. Let's do it then.
I'm finally having fun.
Pretty
Yeah.
Pile on the pressure.
Yeah, we're way stronger than they are, so
Lightning Buster.
there's not gonna be any trouble.
chill stroke.
Ray of punishment.
Eyes wide open.
Like this.
I'll attack.
Did that one count as a combo or not? Oh well, we'll learn soon enough, I'm sure. Let's see where we are. Zoom in. We are really close, but we should not have to go onto the road. The route. Oh, there it is. Tell me, you finally found the uninhabited Titan? That's right. Made it there without a scratch. The map, the Bard's song, the Elder's legend, it was all true. Bah, I wish you could have had some of that fun after you bonded with me. No fair. Of course, back then I had no idea that I'd be the driver of an Aegis someday. Not a clue. And I also had no business that I'd end up with a blade who was so hungry for the experience. I mean, I prefer it when you have something interesting to say. I should take that as a compliment. Well, sure, I was hardly boring discovering that legendary uninhabited Titan. The natives gave us a fine chase. Natives? I thought you said it was uninhabited. Well, to be precise, we didn't meet any humans there. Just some monsters of the Arachno, Antol and Skeeter variety. Cool. And they were pretty huge specimens too. We must have looked like extra tempting appetizers to them. There were really quite a lot of them. We were lucky to get off the Titan in one piece. Ah, a fine recompense for an adventurous heart. So you plan to build a holiday villa. There came to nothing. It's more than a little tragic. Well, I mean, that wasn't the primary aim. Perhaps I didn't go to a material reward, but I certainly got a spiritual one. Things didn't work out quite so well for my playmates though. How so? Well, it was a kind of paradise for insects, but I heard later that it was also laid to waste by someone or other. The way of humans are often cruel. What is done is done. It was a time of war and they had to find a place for some refugees. But the monsters couldn't have grasped that. They probably just saw arrogant humans wrecking their home. Ah, the telling of it falls hard upon my ears. Your Majesty, forgive my interruption. Well, this appears to be the location mentioned in the report.
Ah, so we're here already. The journey's passed as the blinking of an eye, thanks to Addam's enchanting tales. If your servant humble recounting was able to relieve your imperial tedium, truly the most blessed of men am I. Oh, I do wish you'd cut it out, Addam. I'm not your better, and you should know it. I wouldn't be so sure of that, Hugo, old friend. Now then, Mythra, I'd really like to get your opinion on this, as the Aegis. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this isn't Melis's handiwork. How did you come to that conclusion, Mythra? Melis's attack would have melted the earth and turned it into glass. But whatever did this only scorched the grass. It can't have been such a high temperature. Ah, that's a very wise deduction. We're lucky to have you for an ally. I offer my apologies to you all for leading you to this disappointing conclusion. Ah, nay, Aegean. We could not have known without further investigation. With each possibility we discard, we move all the closer to our goal. Everyone, look there. It's a big one. Indeed, we cannot let it run riot. Just think of the damage it could do if it got to Lashem Cove or a settlement. Everyone, get to it.
And here I
Ooh, it's a big one. Can we get a little bit closer, please? Thank you.
Looking good. I shall hold
You're
the front
wide
line.
open! Star Slash!
Elemental attack. Looking good.
It's looking good. Rising
Come on. Ooh, a launch.
Now we can let our true colors shine.
Smash. That's why we switched.
Lightning Buster.
Probably level 2 from my side.
You know,
Oh, it's already
I'm
dead.
really glad it was me who got to awaken you.
Ah, a fire-spewing monster. It's a good thing we had Aegean on hand. Perhaps it's bold of me to say, but I've dealt with worse. Well, it seems that's safe to assume that this was the cause of the burn marks. I would never have dreamt that such a foul fiend could have lain in wait so close to Targoth. Maybe it was driven out by its original home in a territorial dispute. I've heard that happen from time to time. Yeah, maybe. Or more likely, some human stole or smashed its home up. We call them monsters, but to them, we're the monsters. Indeed, it must be thus. The day shall dawn where man's exploitation of the Titans will bring us all to ruin. Perhaps that dawn is already upon us. Well, we know you'll all survive this part of the story. We do. Well, some of us. And there he is. Amalthus. So young there.
Interesting thing you've got there.
Malice enough.
It's all right. Indol's most sacred treasure, the Aegis. It is said to be the embodiment of the Architect's light, the divine revelations our founder Maldonare received.
Really? Then... that's what I will be called too. After all, I am born of divinity, not just some reflection.
Well, you could use some menace.
You believe yourself so strong?
Huh. Don't you?
Your situation doesn't look good. Boltrick is not going to let it go. And you can't hide behind the Praetor forever.
That has nothing to do with you.
If that were true, you wouldn't be here. Here.
What is this place?
I wonder.
It's a very tasty secret. Formerly known only to the Praetor and me. The essence of our Judician forebears, originally salvaged from the bottom of the Cloud Sea. Some of it may hail from the fabled land of Moritha.
Moritha?
Look. This here display is a diagram of what human cells are made of. And then this one here is a blades.
Astonishingly alike.
Of course. After all, they are descended from humans too. That in and of itself isn't too shocking. But this...
It's the same, isn't it?
Just wait.
That's a core crystal.
Exactly. A blade's core crystal contains information not only pertaining to humans. It also records schematics describing all manner of animal tissues.
You're saying blades contain detailed information of all living creatures?
Not just that. Have a look at this undeveloped part. That is from a Titan. It suggests that this particular piece may one day develop into a Titan. Isn't it mind-boggling? A message from the architect, no doubt.
From the architect?
Indeed. This is just what you were after. I wish to investigate this and learn more of what the architect has in store for this world. And perhaps claim this knowledge for our own.
Including the Praetor?
Perhaps. Isn't this in line with your own goals? Well then, I may as well help out.
Yeah, so they already know all of the things that we've just been taught at the end of the last game. Hundreds of years ago. I believe that concludes my mission. Shall we head to the flagship? Fine by me. It's a good place for us to exchange information. It is currently moored at Lesham Cove. Then let's go to Lesham Cove we go. Completed.
I'm glad to have been of service.
You're more than welcome. But I will leave this episode right here. Next time we're gonna go back to the flagship and see what we're going to discuss when we get there. And in between the episodes I will make sure that the combination part of the quest, the one that we picked up, that will be handled. The other ones will have to wait a little bit until we are ready for it, but I don't think that will be too long. But until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are, and if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we head over to the flagship. See you then. Bye bye.